Hi guys, I'm just getting situated. This is Kyle's Famous. I'm the roasted comedian, or whatever, I guess. Not really sure what it's about, but it was free, as you can tell. Let's go. Kyle woke up. He is famous. Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, but the public has noticed. What, CJ? My dog was talking to me. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. And most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She's a kind and lovely philanthropist. She's dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Start preparing. Yes. Kyle decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered successfully and died. Shucks. Kyle's now ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. Damn. Open a closet. Choose an outfit. Slick suit. Kitchen. Probably need to eat. Damn. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. Sitting across from his host's chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. "Good evening, Kyle," she said, looking him in the eyes. "I've been looking forward to being here." Kyle answered politely. "And I as well, Rachel," answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are a most welcome guest." After another mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. A moment after seeing the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. "Good evening, everyone," said Kyle, looking at the camera. "Well, back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight What? Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction." Kyle motioned to Rachel. I almost said Heather. Kyle motioned to Rachel. Damn. Who smiled and waved at the camera. "Hello, Kyle," she said. "I'm glad to be here." "Well, I'm so..." Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. Well, a good diet starts with a plan, answered Rachel, and don't break it. Cheat days can turn into a habit. But, she begins, that doesn't mean a midnight snack here and there isn't allowed, she smiled. Kyle looked at his flabby self, decided not to comment, and moved on. Kyle asked another question. What's your funniest story? You've been involved in a lot of things, different things, said Kyle, but what is your funniest story? Well, that's a great question, Kyle, said Rachel. I think the story I always remember is the first time I tried to make dinner for my family. In the soup I made, I swapped out the water with milk and tipped the whole jar of salt in the pot. When my family was sick from trying to eat it, I swiped their things and locked myself in my room. Rachel laughed elegantly. Kyle decided to move on. What's your guilty pleasure? We all have one. What's your guilty pleasure? Oh, well, that's an easy... That is disgusting. Well, that's an easy answer, said Rachel. Dipping pickles in chocolate sauce. It might sound strange, but it's tangy and sweet at the same time. I eat it far too often. Rachel spots Willie. Is that terrible for you? I'm so tired. Jeez. Are you a mother? Rachel, I and many others would love to know. Are you a mother? Kyle looked up from his notes. While being a single with a career, she said, that's not something that has crossed my mind. Rachel smiled genuinely at Kyle. Very reasonable indeed, said Kyle. He referenced his paper of questions. After reading his final question, looked from the paper. Well, Rachel, I said, I think that's all I was planning to ask you tonight. If that is the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. Do you prepare for your interviews in advance? Because you seem very together. Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Kyle returned home knowing the interview had gone well, but as he lay and drifted to sleep, he said he felt that perhaps something was missing. Kyle prepared very well. Social media. Read article. New East Bridge being constructed after found to not actually exist, authorities investigating. Another grand larceny and crime spree streak. Evidence points to perpetrator fleeing the country. Rachel May to unexpectedly leave the country on a very, very long vacation after interview tonight. Who is the bug vigilante? Recently spotted pursuing arsonists. Kyle fails to show up to several charity events. Charity. Book ventilator shows up at charity events with fresh baked pastry donuts flourish. Donations flourish.
What are you so happy about?
Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. I heard Rachel May is going on a trip out of the country soon. Oh, girlfriend, tell me more. Well, what I will tell you is it looks like every night I don a mask that looks like a bug and fight misdoers. There was sun silence, then a door opened, someone exited the neighbor's apartment. That's quite enough. Now to get some clothes. Sure. Food. Sit desk. Blanket food. Good evening, everybody, said Kyle. My neighbor is a bug, Vanilla Nancy. With nothing more to say on the matter, he fell silent. Rachel also came to stare at her hands and wondered when she was going to be introduced. The producer started cutting to different camera angles to break the tension. Kyle continued to remain silent and stare forward blankly. After several minutes, neighbor Gabby walked onto set. "Hi, everyone," she said, smiling hollowly. "My name is Gabby, and I'm not a bug vigilante." "False!" Kyle looked at Gabby and then returned to staring forwards. Gabby began to reply, but she was interrupted by a bug-shaped intercom on her belt. "Bug girl," it squawked. "A robbery is in progress on East 3rd. Report M." Gabby threw the intercom on the ground and crushed it under her foot. After a beat, she spoke tightly. "Something has come up suddenly. I must go." Gabby left the set. "Why? Well," said Kyle, "that's all we have time for the night. Thanks for joining us, Rachel." Kyle got up, shook Rachel's hand again, and walked past the cameras, leaving her alone. Not knowing what else to do, the producer ended the broadcast. In the coming days, fans of both Rachel and Kyle dubbed this show as a masterpiece of television. Stay up late with Kyle's online pages were updated to reflect the broadcast of the most popular ever. Kyle's producer later tried to have Rachel on the show again, but she was very, very, very busy. Talked about Gabby. Of course he did. Next to the bed. Sit at desk. Flashlight. Smokey. Guess I'm getting that now. Back to room. In the closet. Cal knelt down and inspected the rusted. Okay. Kitchen. The pantry door locked creaked as it hadn't been moved for years, but it eventually opened. Instead of an assortment of canned food and grades, Kyle stored his massive amount of bottled lard. Chug a bottle of lard. Chug a bottle of lard. Of course he did. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. Eat that. Of course, after waddling into a crusty molded ball, Kyle popped it in his mouth and began to chew. Okay. I didn't get close. Kyle waved and smiled broadly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. Kyle started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparently that Kyle had no intention to leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left all alone. Kyle prepared by being a nudist. This is interesting. Sorry, I'm just really tired. I'll finish this video in the morning. See you later.